Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues! Let's go, Blues!
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues!
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis. Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St.
Blue Note Fan Report. How is everyone doing out there in Blues fan land? I am doing good. I know you are doing good. At least I hope you are. It is the showdown we have waited about 7 months for, 8 months for. It is here. It is the Kadri Show. That's right. Nazem Kadri, the most hated, well, one of the most hated men in the NHL, is back. That's right. Oh, my goodness. The poor Kadri who people said bad things about. Which wife of Kadri, which son with Kadri, because people said so many bad things about him, is back in our building after all that time. Wow, yeah, he's back, and this is kind of what we were waiting for, right? Kind of what we were waiting for. The last time he was here was Game 6. And that last second shot that destroyed the Blues fans' hopes of getting past the second round. But you know what? That's what it is. And here we are. This is the now. A lot of people are playing this down because the Blues have already faced Calgary. That's right. That's absolutely right. But that was in Calgary. That wasn't here. That wasn't in this building. That wasn't our chance. Go off on this guy. Now it's our chance because it's all going down. Now Bennington, see, and that's and the thing is, why is Bennington the most hated player in the league, Wendy? I see. He has not gotten suspended. Never been suspended for his actions. Wait a minute. Never been suspended for his actions. He's never, knocked the player out to where he's injured a player and hurt a player that he can't play. All these things that Kadri has done. All these things that, that jackass up there in Washington has done. I can't think of his name now. All the things that, some of these really, Kane. Right? All these things. Right? All these things. And Wilson, that's it. Tom Wilson. There we go. Thank you, Chris. His actions, you know what? His actions are nowhere near worse than any of the actions. I don't, Wendy? Tell me a player that he's hurt. Tell me one player that he's taken out and made it so he can't play hockey again or play hockey for a long period of time. Tell me one. I want to know one. Right? Right? There you go, Tammy. You tell them. This it's the media. The media has turned Bennington into the bad guy for his quote unquote antics, and because of St. Louis turned, and this is the poor thing. Oh, they're wearing these guys. They're wearing these guys. Wearing these guys. I may have to put it on later. They're wearing these guys if it don't get too hot in here. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to get some liquid refreshment there. Keep my voice going. Ashley's at the game today. She sent me a picture. She's got some pretty good seats. Thank you to the person that sent her to them. Oh, wow, man. Hey, Ashley's at the game, Tad. Ashley's at the game. Thank you for your son giving you some tickets. Or that I lose a viewer tonight, but glad that you're at the game. This is an important game. Tonight and tomorrow night are very, very important, right? We are only 4 points or 3 points behind Calgary. 3 points behind Calgary for the top West spot in the wild card, right? And we're tied for games, right? We can winning these 2 games. You can't split them. You got to get more points out of them. If you can get the points out of them, wow, man. I don't know. When is Chicago retiring that ugly logo that's disrespectful to Native Americans? I bet you that hurt. Wendy's Nick's going to get mad at me. I probably shouldn't have said that. Sorry, Nicker. Sorry, Nick. That was probably mean of me. I'm not even sure if Chicago's playing tonight. I haven't even paid it. I have not paid. And that's funny because usually I pay pretty much attention to Chicago. And tonight, I haven't. No, they're not playing tonight. Are they? Am I missing something? No. Let me do a quick refresh here and make sure I get caught up on all this on the scars. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's take a look at the out of town scoreboard before I get going and before we get into breaking down this matchup a little bit more. Hold on a second. Okay, so right now with 6:54 to go in the first, the Lightning are up 2-0 over the Blue Jackets. The Minnesota Wild, one of the teams ahead of us, is up 1-0 over the Rangers with 5:03 to go in the first. Hurricanes are up with that same score with 5:11 to go in the first over the Devils. Sabres, same score over the Kraken with 3:50 to go in the first. With 4:17 to go in the first, the Penguins are trailing the Vancouver Canucks 3-2, and the Red Wings are up 2-0 over the Jets with 5:26 to go in the first. Starting just now, Dallas Stars and the New York Islanders in New York. We have the Flames and the Blues, and later tonight, the Sharks are in Arizona, and the Panthers are taking on the Colorado Avalanche. The Panthers can help us out greatly. So that's the out-of-town scoreboard. Hey, don't forget, this show is presented by Cussumano's Pizza. No, haven't seen any posts, haven't been playing on it. McDavid, and McDavid, I'm going to say something. Until you show me a post with your picture and not somebody else's, or you use your real name, I'm not gonna let you take over my show. So, okay, great, but it's still it's the majority of people think that it's offensive to Native Americans, and you look at it. That was drawn by a white woman. A white woman made that logo. Now it's changed over the years, but the initial was made by a white woman. Plain and simple. Uh-oh, Shocky's in trouble. Hey, Tad, how you doing? Hey, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to put that fingers in the air. Same on YouTube. Tad Dieterman, Tammy Pemberton, John Hefner, Sammy Helms, and Jason Nichols all did it. Because it's a cartoon caricature of what a Native American should be. Okay, Matlow. And that's fair. I will give it to you. That's fair. For you, it's not offensive. Right? And we'll leave it at, I don't want to get into that anymore. Right? If Wendy's going to sit there and talk about our jerseys, I'm going to talk about his logo. Right? That's how I look at it, Matt Lowe. So please forgive me. I don't want to go any more on that. I've already... Excuse me. I guess I breached it. It still doesn't work there, McDavid. Like I said. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this game. I was looking at it a little bit earlier. This is game number 42 for both the Flames and the Blues. The Flames are 19-8 with 46 points. The Blues are 20-18-3 with 43 points. At home, the Blues are 13-10-1. On the road, the Calgary Flames are 7-7-6. Markstrom, who is the goalie that we will probably face tonight, has played 29 games this season. He's 13-10-4 with a 2.80 and an 894. Jordan Binnington, who is starting for the Blues, has played in 31 games. He is 15-13-3 for a 327 with an 892. Binnington has been much better than his numbers. To me, none. Matlow, I do not think Kadri will score a goal tonight. Not sure what you're talking about there, Sammy, but thank you. Yeah, Hoffer's starting to have, I haven't looked at all the numbers, but it looks like Hoffer's really starting to mature, and that's good. Hoffer's going to be up next year. Grice is gone. I mean, Grice was a 1-year deal. Grice was a bridge gap to Hoffer. That's all he was. They knew Hoffer wasn't ready this season. Michael, I hope it is. I really do. I hope it is. It's the best we could do. You could never apologize to you enough. Get over it. You know what, McDavid? I'm gonna say this, okay? Here recently, a lot of people, and I'm not gonna single anybody out, a lot of people have treated me like absolute garbage. And I am at the point in my life where my trust to people is zero. Absolute zero. So if you want to sit there and say something like that, that's fine. But between all the shit that I've had going on in my life in the last couple of months, and people that I loved and I trusted and I cared for that have thrown me away in the garbage, that's how I'm going to be for a while. So you can take that for what it is, and I'll leave that there. Yep, I got the fan blowing on me because I'm telling you, I'm in a brick room and it gets hot in here, and if I don't, I don't. Oh, I've seen that. Oh my goodness, could you believe that? You know what? sit there and say that I trust people like Ryan and Jason. With all due respect, I don't trust anybody right now. I have very little trust in anybody right now. And if you want to know why I have a little more trust for Jason and Ryan than I do you, because Jason and Ryan are both friends with me on Facebook, and Jason and Ryan show up every single show, no matter what, and they don't make themselves feel like a troll. Right? I don't want to remove him. I just want him to be the dick that he is. I'll let him show what he is. That's fine on him. There you go, Jason. Thank you. Okay, so we'll leave that at that. Let's get back into the stats that I was talking about. Points leaders for the Blues is Jordan Kyrou, 38 games played, 38 points, point per player game. Robert Thomas is at 37 points and 40 games played, just off being a point per player game. Pavel Bushnev is at 34 points and 32 games played. He's at a point per play. Braden Shen has 33 points and 41 games played. Goal leaders, you have Jordan Kyrou at 19, Pavlovich Nevis at 13, and Brandon Saad also at 13, and then there's a Glunt at 10. Oh, I know that's not the real McDavid. This guy's been trolling my show for a while. Okay, bud, how you doing?
All I'm saying, yellow is just a terrible jersey color. That's why I say it's an ugly color, just because of Nashville using yellow so much. That's why I don't like yellow jerseys.
Okay, I get it, but this is not a bad-looking jersey. I'm sorry.
I would say it's a good design, but being a primary yellow jersey is a terrible design. That's why I don't like yellow. By the way, Markstrom's going to probably come in angry tonight.
Huh?
Markstrom probably will be coming in angry tonight.
And angry tonight.
What?
What am I missing? Why is Markstrom coming in angry?
Well, the Blackhawks chased him the other night.
I mean,
he gave up 3 goals and facing 11 shots.
Somebody else had a really bad night. One of my goalies, I think it was Wedgwood, for Ottawa. Who's the goalie for Ottawa?
Talbot and Forsberg.
Forsberg gave up 3 goals on 5 shots.
That's normal for Forsberg. In Chicago,
no, it's not, because he's been on my fantasy team. He's actually been really good this year.
In Chicago, we call Forsberg beach ball. He can't save a beach ball to save his life. That's how bad he was when he was a Blackhawk.
Right. Hey, Dale, how you doing, my friend? It's called reverse retro, Wendy. And Wendy, I did not mean to get political with the jersey there. It's just you fired a shot at me. I fired one back. I hope you understand that.
But my shot was just saying yellow's just a terrible color. I just said it's an ugly color.
Yeah, but I know, and I apologize to you. I shouldn't have gone there. I shouldn't have said that. We've talked about the Blackhawk logo before, right? Mm-hmm. I still feel that because of who and what it is and how and who designed it, right? That it was, and you look at the original, to me, it is a cartoon character of what a Native American was thought to be at that point.
Mm-hmm. But with what the Hawks are doing with Chief Blackhawk's tribes that he was part of, I don't think we'll ever see the change of a logo.
Well, you know what, McDavid? I'm going to respond to this. It's my fucking show. I can pull the trigger if I want to. Right, Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
It was yellow on blue. Reverse that. I like the jersey. I really do. I think that this is a... I like the design. I like the thin BlueNote. I know that it was a...
It was a prototype.
Prototype, right? That they looked at wearing, and I know that they wore something similar to this, the cream colored one for the alumni at the Winter Classic in 2017.
They didn't wear that logo. They wore the logo on the actual Winter Classic.
No. It was this one. It was this one. The alumni. Look at it. because look.
I was at the
wore
alumni
this
game.
logo. Huh?
I was at the Winter Classic alumni game for the Blackhawks Blues. The Blues were wearing just the white version of their Winter Classic. They were wearing.
I swore they wore that because
They
I
wore the
remember
prototype jerseys during the practice the day before the Winter Classic for St. Louis. That's when St. Louis brought out those jerseys.
I'm doing a bad job now. Yay me! Gotta love it.
Does McDavid have?
Say again?
How many alt accounts does McDavid
I
have?
have no freaking clue, man. This guy, he just is what he is. I mean, he's been there for a while, and you know, he only shows up. I mean, I don't mind him showing up to the show. I really don't. But he only shows up to troll the Blues. And when, you know, we beat him, he doesn't show up, you know. So is what it is, you know. I just right is what it is. I can choose to do things. I love the BlueNote. Yeah. Okay. What do you expect tonight in this game between Calgary and St. Louis? Because in all actuality, these teams are kind of evenly matched.
They're evenly matched. But I'm going to just say this. Calgary is going to come in angry after losing to the worst team in hockey.
I could see that, but the Blues are going to be on a high after shutting out one of the better teams in hockey.
The Flames the Wild aren't one of the better teams in the league.
They're up there. They're a contender.
I don't see them as a true contender. I still see them as a bubble, as a playoff team, but they aren't going to go far.
Depending on the matchup, they're a second round team. They're a second round team in my eyes.
I can see them make it to the second round, but they have to figure things out, especially if they want to contend. They have to move salary cap to get some players.
You know what, John? I really don't know. I'm working with a media person to try and get access to better stats so I can get breakdown stats like that, and it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg, so I'm working on that.
Here, I could figure it out real quick.
Yeah, Wendy's got that. Oh, they're doing the blood drive. Okay. I was trying to figure out what they were doing here. They got a blood drive going on in St. Louis on Wednesday, January 18th. Got some word about my surgery today. It is set for the 23rd. And then the next day on the 24th, they're going to come and tow my car away so they can start working on that. So I should have my car back in a couple of weeks. That'll be good news. I can start working off this debt I need to work off so I can get my ass home. I wonder if some of that is if Greener's fucking with me again. With the McDavid one, it might be. I don't know. Oh, it's Ashley from the game. Hi, Ashley. How you doing? Hey, that picture you sent me, is that where your seats are? Or are you just down in that area? Because I don't want to, I'm not going to put that picture up. Uh-oh, good news. What's the good news? We got good news coming while Wendy's looking some stuff up for me. Bring me Sod. Sod's had a really, with Tarasenko and O'Reilly out, Sod has been able to step up. And I think that the reason Sod's been able to step up is he's not worried about anybody else. Oh, great. Does that yes mean you were able to get me okay. So
St. Louis is 3-1-1 wearing the yellow jersey.
3-1-1. Mm-hmm. I know. I think they lost. No, they won one of the games. We wore them against Chicago and we beat them. I know that. Mm-hmm.
You guys beat Washington wearing them.
Washington wearing them.
You beat the Ducks wearing them. Lost to the Jets and Avalanche.
Okay, the Avalanche was the OT game, right?
Yeah.
Right. Ashley, you know, when you're getting ready to leave, look around for someone leaving one of them blankets and swipe me one. Wipe me one. I'm glad that the earbuds are working for you so you can hear us better. Oh, you had to. I thought you got the blanket. Thought it was the first 12,000 fans got the blanket. Right? So a lot of times when they do those giveaways, people will leave them behind. They'll forget them. So I used to, on giveaway nights, I would go and wait and just walk around and try and pick up the extra giveaways. Right? Okay. Man, I'm lost tonight, Wendy. I'm doing good. Okay, I was looking at this. This is interesting. So the Calgary Flames in the first period are +3. In the second period, they're +9. But in the third period, they're -6. Does that bode well for the Blues tonight?
I don't know. Both teams are fairly similar on play style.
Yeah.
And it could be really a back and forth game going to like an overtime, to be quite honest.
I don't think this one will go to overtime. I really don't. So the Blues are +1 in the first, and these next two numbers are going to they are -15 in the second and -15 in the third.
So you're telling me the Blackhawks are better than you guys in the third and second periods?
More than likely. I think everybody's better than that.
Interesting.
Wait, what's the Blues play style? Well, they're a transition team, right? I think that's the best way to look at it. They're not a heavy team. They're not a speedy team. They're not a finesse team. They're like somewhere in between, and I think that Calgary's kind of the same thing, aren't they?
The way they looked the other night against the Hawks, they have a little bit of a grit side to them, but they take advantage of the play by getting to the greasy parts of the ice.
There's a good one. Ash, wait to see if an adult steals a kid's puck and then take the adult's blankie. Yeah, the transition every game. They don't have an identity. The Blues do not have an identity this year at all. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, you don't know from one night. You look at the game against Minnesota, and in all actuality, the first two periods, they played fantastic. But in the third period, now, first of all, you got to understand, when a team is behind in the third period, they're going to get aggressive, period. Mm-hmm. Every team in the league, when you are behind in the third period, gets aggressive, right? Is that make sense, Wendy? Mm-hmm. So you're going to see a team start shooting the puck from all over the place in the third period. But when you let a team take as many shots in the third period as you took the entire game, there's an issue with that. Minnesota took 23 shots, or actually 24 shots. 24 shots in the third period. That's what the Blues took the game, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot allow a team to take as many shots in a period as you take in a game, right? See, John, what I meant by transition is they don't know. They're in between so many different types, right? Not a transition is a good passing team, because that they aren't. Right? That they aren't. That has been the biggest issue. Passing's been the biggest issue of the year. There is no cohesiveness in any type of passing whatsoever on this team, right? But I'll tell you what they do have to do, they've got to score first tonight. The Blues have got to score first. They actually, I think, in order to win this game, they got to be two. It's got to be 2-0. They got to have a 2-goal lead coming out of the first. Mm-hmm. Right? When they get to that point, I mean, that's what I think it's got to happen. If it's a close game, I think Calgary can come back. And the other thing, and I know this is, you got to forget Kadri, right? You got to forget him, right? I mean, he's on the ice, but that's it. Just know he's on it. Bennington, don't worry about him, right? Don't worry about him. No, now they go and show the play. where Bennington was hurt. Absolutely. And you can see him the way when they show it, the way he dives into Bennington, and to sit there and say that he had, I mean, he dives right into Bennington. And for people to sit there and go, oh no, that was just a hockey. He dove right into Bennington. His hand, you can just see it. His momentum changes. His hips change. Thanks, Michael. Ryan loves me though. Ryan does that shit on purpose. And Ryan, I love you, man. Thank you. Sometimes I be honest, Ryan, there are times I wish you would read the room before you do it, because there's times where you do it that I'm not in the mood for it. But there's other times that I'm absolutely fine with it. It is what it is. Maryland listener, Dale Klunk, Tad Dieterman, Tammy Pemberton, John Hefner, Sammy Helms, and Jason Nichols. Thank you so much. Winnie, do you think that the Blues are a playoff team? Right, as they sit right now, not barring record, nothing else, with the players they have on the ice, are they a playoff team?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think what they're doing in the last week is sustainable.
It's not just the last week, though. They've been doing this for a bit. I mean, you're talking going back to before Christmas.
Well, I get that, but I just don't think what they're doing is sustainable for the way they've been playing. They seem like this year they are either good or flat out horrible. And I don't think they are a playoff team, because where the season's at right now in the standings, it's hard to climb.
But they're only 3 points back.
They may be 3 points back, but teams have games in hand on them.
Two teams have games in hand.
That have the playoff positioning also in their grasp. I don't think St. Louis has a chance to make the playoffs.
So here's a good question. What, in your opinion, would it take to change that?
To change change what?
To make the Blues a playoff team.
Well, frankly, I think they do have to. I really have to say, if they want to try and change something, they have to have more of an offensive-minded head coach.
Is what you stand for.
I'm with you there. I'm with you. And that's the thing. Montgomery, as much of a dick as Montgomery is, Montgomery's kind of an offensive head coach.
Look what Boston's doing.
I know, and that's the thing. Him going to Boston. No, but I'm telling you, the majority of the people picked Boston to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I did. I picked them to miss also, and
right. And Montgomery. First of all, I thought, and I didn't mean this in a negative way. I thought it was too soon from his incident for him to be a head coach with all of that, especially with the pressure of Boston. Mm-hmm. Right. But he's gone in there and he's taken this guy that really he's handled it beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's got that team playing the way they're supposed to play. He's got them enjoying themselves playing. He's got the Rat. You haven't heard a word out of the Rat this year.
No.
Not a word. The Rat is playing, he's not kneeing anybody. Right? Mm-hmm. Montgomery was the best thing that ever happened to them. And for me, I wonder, when we had Montgomery and Chief, if we didn't let the wrong coach go.
You guys might have.
Right? Where are we at? Hey, what did you find out about that jersey?
About what?
The military jersey.
They haven't gotten any word back on the customization for those.
So are you trying to find out about that?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, what company does it for the Blues, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're reaching out to them for?
Yeah.
Right? Because if that's the case, I may want to have you guys reach out to them and get this one done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Since I didn't get that one done because I didn't have time to wait for it.
You said you're planning to move back to St. Louis areas,
yes.
and When is that the plan?
It's fluid, but it's April, May, probably late May, more than likely.
To be quite honest, you could probably get that jersey customized behind you pretty easily because it's just a reverse of their normal third jersey number kit. It's just a blue on cream number kit.
Yeah.
So I don't think that one's a difficult one.
Yeah. But the military jersey is because they had a special set of numbers and name.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the issue. Sometimes with stuff like special number kits, they have issues reproducing stuff like that.
I'm hoping they got him. I really do. John says 4 points behind the Wild. They have a hell of a schedule coming up. This 7-game road trip, they've got to go 5-2 or 4-2-1. They've got to have positive points tonight on this 7-game homestand. I said road trip. Homestand is what I meant. Right? So, Wendy, I'm going to try and do a reaction show today. I know that you're probably not, and that's fine. I'm going to stay on. You're more than welcome to bounce out and come back at the intermissions if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Greatly appreciate it. They're showing it now where St. Louis is at 43 points and Calgary's at 46, but we're 5th from the top. You know, we're the 5th team in the wild card chase. We played a lot better with him behind our bench too. We did play better with Montgomery behind our bench, and I don't know why. Right? Hopefully things work out. Hopefully things work out.
It seemed like St. Louis had more of an offensive mindset when they were with Montgomery as the assistant.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan Green, I'm looking right now at the likes, and you're not on there. Right? You're not on there. Mary Ann says, great to have you, Nick. Nick's always welcome on here. Always welcome on here. He knows that. He said if I'm in a mood to have him on, you know, he'll send me a message and I'll put him on. You know, sometimes I just want to be by myself. Right? That's what it is. That's the way it goes. I will see you, Nick, at the first intermission if you can show up. I'm gonna kind of get my headset for the game. How's that sound, bud?
All right.
Okay, see you at first intermission, Nick.
I don't know if I'll make it for intermissions or anything. I think this could be it for the night, just because I'm busy doing other stuff. But
no issues, man. Thanks for showing up then.
No problem.
Hey, Nick. Thank you, Nick from Windy City Hockey. Good friend. So I will try and do another reaction show like I did the other night. Again, I do not do play-by-play. I'm not a play-by-play guy. Maybe as I do more of these reaction shows, more of that will catch up to me. But at the moment, I'm going to focus more on what I'm seeing. I was going to try and change my my studio to give me a little bit better look at things, but I did not get that done. Sorry. Maybe tomorrow I'll get it done, so things will be a little bit better when I do this. But right now, tonight, let's just enjoy the game. Enjoy it with me. You're more than welcome to watch while I'm doing this. And don't forget, put your thumbs in the air. Tell your friends about the show. This is Guy the Wild Blues fan, and I will be back. Puck drop. Well, here we go. It looks like it's puck drop coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Like I said, it's Markstrom's against Bennington. We went over the numbers earlier. Markstrom doesn't have a shutout this year. Bennington's got 2. Hopefully, maybe he can make it 3. I'd like to see that. I really would, actually. I would like to see them take this team and just take them to the woodshed tonight. So let's see what happens. You're more than welcome. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for staying with me. One person has, and hopefully others will join as we go along.
It's very rare, but this is exceptional when it happened.
It's top line against top line. Shen, Sod, and Barbashev against Kadri, Huberdeau, and Lucic.
Blues get the puck, take it in deep. This is something that they did the last game. I'd really like to see them do less of, because you take it in and you do nothing with the puck. You spend 20 seconds fighting for the puck, and then they get it back and do nothing with it.
It's in some skates there. They don't blow it dead. The referees tonight, John McIsaac and Jake Frank. And the puck is lifted all the way down the ice. Not far enough for icing. And Falk back to get it. Not dressed tonight for the Blues. The healthy scratch is Josh Levo.
Levo's the only healthy scratch.
He comes in with speed, now pulls up.
See, that pull-up does nothing. They were ready for it. He does it so often.
Number 88, Andrew Mangiapane. Down his off wing on Rosen. Leaves it in the corner now for Backlund. Checked by Thomas. Picked up by Coleman, but the Blues break it up, and here comes Cairo. One-on-one against Hannafin. He comes in, fakes it, fires it on goal, and a save by Markstrom.
Good shot on goal. At least there's something.
Disguising that shot and changing the angle, getting it through and not getting it blocked. I talked about it a couple of games ago. Maybe taking a little advice from Pavel Buchnevich.
Sorry, Ryan. I apologize if I missed something there. But Ryan, you haven't given that thumbs up yet, man. Oh, well, Santini. See, John, you're way ahead of me because you said stupid penalty long before I seen that. I just seen the cross check. So you might want to be careful with your comments, bud. You can still like it. You can still go like it. You haven't liked it yet. At least not on this one. Oh, come on. That was not a penalty. Oh, interference on Kadri. So that's what John was talking about. There we go. So now we got some 4-on-4 hockey going. I just seen it. So that's how much of a delay I'm on. And I'm surprised because I'm watching on the TV. Normally I'm not that delayed, but John's ahead of me. Oh, yeah.
And just that little bit of a battle doesn't seem like a whole lot. And
that's a makeup penalty. That right there is a makeup penalty for the one on Santini, because Santini's was not a cross check. Very funny, Ryan. No, I looked. You just clicked it, you dumb. Give me gum. Okay, so we got some 4-on-4. Blues. The puck is back behind the. Well, I don't even know if I should do much of a reaction because you guys are so far ahead of me. Right? Let's see how the 4-on-4 goes. Yeah, see, this is sometimes there's more of a delay of game than the actual delay of game penalty. Oh, nice. Now, see, do something with it. Take that puck and do something with it. No, you can go 4-on-3. Absolutely. If there's a penalty called now, you will go 4-on-3. It would go 4-on-3. Yep. They bring it in and they clog them up. They just, it's the same thing. You got the guy coming in with no support, and that's why they get clogged up. You got to have that support coming in.
It was going to his left, the glove side, and it changed direction and went to the right. He made an excellent save right there with his stick side.
Here comes Buchnevich back to center.
Another bad pass, far ahead of the guy. Ouch.
Blues get it, though. Buchnevich with it. Chips it in front, tripped up, and another call. And the Blues will get a 4-on-3 power play.
There we go, 4-on-3. Wow, you just seen that. Don, I am so far behind you, it's not even funny.
Looked like he's going to shoot it, and then pushes the puck to his left.
Actually, I do like the Devils reverse retros. Oh, now Kadri's out there being Kadri. I love it.
Pushes it ahead, and now gets
Oh, that's an absolute trip.
gets tripped up by the stick of Zadorov, and here's that shot we're talking about.
Oh, wow. That was, wow. I can't believe Bennington got lucky and stopped that one. That should have gone in with that redirect. 4-on-3 and soon to be 5-on-4.
They get Michael Backward. Big chance for the Blues here. They scored power play goals in all.
No, I'm not sure why I'm so far behind. I may have to switch to ESPN here at one of the commercials because that's how far behind I am. Normally, when I watch it on center ice, I'm not that far behind, but man, I just seem to be way behind. How is that an icing? We're on the power play. How is that icing? Oh, yeah. Okay. No, it can be. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
When the D's going to make a stretch pass like that, and you can see the frustration on all counts there with that missed assignment.
Now Thomas against Backlund. Santini is back, a very brief 5-on-3 as the Blues walk onto center ice with Thomas.
And Shen will come on the ice now for Santini.
Kyrou to Buchnevich, right in front.
There you go.
There's Buchnevich.
Buchnevich with the goal.
And they lead 1-0.
Yeah, we have. I'm going to try and switch over to ESPN. I'm just way too far behind. I'm like 2 minutes behind. That's hard to do. To be that far behind. See if switching to ESPN might help. I don't know now. There we go. I'm trying to switch to ESPN. See if I can get it get it a little bit better, a little bit closer here. Yeah, I think that might be when I'm watching on ESPN Plus. So right now they're fixing some ice near, so I just switched it over. It's 1-0, 15:21 to go. So that's where I'm at. So you can tell me if I'm closer now.
Thomas Grace deserves just a ton of credit for getting an important 2 points in that last game.
Oh, Thomas Grace did a great job in the last one. So hopefully I'm a little bit closer to you guys.
Saves in Minnesota on back-to-back nights, including 23 saves.
There we go.
Period. That's his. What's that? His 5th shutout?
First is a blue.
Yeah, 5 different teams he's had a shutout against.
Yeah,
That's what I meant, John.
16th overall.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, we knew what you meant.
Well, coming from a guy that had 0 shutouts, I get confused with that a little bit.
I'm at 15:21 on the clock. 15:21. They just did a face-off. So here we go. 14:30 for you. So you're still a little ahead of me. Oh, so there's that. See, that's the shit. And then another crap pass during the middle. Come on, Saad. Keep it going. Keep it going. Markstrom kicks it to the boards. Wow, Ryan, you're way ahead of me. Like you're a good minute ahead of me. I knew the Boo Birds were going to be out tonight.
Because even after that injury that occurred in Game 3, he turned around in Game 4 in this building and scored 3.
Yeah, well, let's not have that happen again tonight.
Santini. Rosen going back. That is an icing call.
Icing on the Calgary Flames. So I'm at 14:25 now.
Well, we're going to flash back to this, and this is going to hurt a lot of Blues fans when they see this, because we recall being in the building and doing the game and seeing what happened afterwards, and the Blues ended up in the penalty box an awful lot, and Kadri made them pay with a big playoff performance and going
California Wi-Fi.
and then signing a UFA deal with Calgary. A 7-year deal for Nazem Kadri. Close to $50 million. Now the Flames with it. Mangiapane trying to get
That contract, this year it might play it off, but that contract is going to absolutely eat them away later. That $50 million is going to hurt them. Overall, that contract overall is going to hurt them, I think.
Nathan Walker uses his smaller body, protects himself from the puck against a much bigger backline, and gets the puck out of the zone. Dubé comes in from the wing, a shot on goal. And Binnington bobbles that, but he makes the save, kept in by Hanifin. Now Binnington again to the corner for Falk. That comes to the line. Anderson kept it alive. In front.
31, I think, 32. I'd have to look at it again.
Back to Thomas, and he can't chop it out of midair.
Oh, there we go. Oh, right there. Nobody there again, man. They throw it in the middle, and there's nobody ever in the middle. Oh, Thomas just about tipped it in. Yeah, Ryan, I see that.
And that was Dylan Dubé, former second-round pick in 2016. Yeah, good defending play there against Buchnevich. Oh.
Them getting Huberdeau for and then re-signing him. That was just amazing, man. Just amazing that the way that played out. Calgary got the best deal that they could for Tkachuk. There is no other deal that they were going to get for Tkachuk. No other deal better than what they got for Tkachuk. That was an amazing deal for them. Well, I said that I felt that the Blues needed to come out of this period 2-0 or with a 2-goal lead. So let's see if that happens. Top pair. He's been playing some top pairing minutes. Mikola's been playing some top pairing minutes. I've seen a lot of that lately. Right? I have seen some of that lately. So.
When there were this many new players on the ice, when the game looked this good, but also not so good.
We're at a commercial break right now, so I'm trying to look at some stuff.
Mother Nature can be very powerful. These storms go over all of our roofs. The minute the wind stops blowing, we're open.
If you're evacuating, we have food, we have water, come inside.
Oh, I love the logo in the center, Ryan. I'm sorry. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
There's no limit to what we can do as long as we're taking care of.
Oh, man. What am I looking for? I don't even know.
For Expedia members, travel doesn't end at booking. It's getting a discount on your trip. Plus points for your future travels. So you can think about the next trip.
Yeah.
And the next trip.
Where am I at?
And the next trip. So wherever you go, you'll know you're getting the most out of your travels. And you can keep thinking, where next?
Well, the beautiful city of Kirkwood has John Kelly, Joe Vitale, and Nikki Glazer right there.
Oh, Nikki Glazer's I thought that was her. I wasn't sure.
She's not minding the tunes right now. Welcome to Enterprise Center. Yeah, funny girl you are.
She's very funny. I believe she had a show over the holidays here at Stiefel.
Funny like ha-ha funny?
Yeah, just really funny. Like Johnny Carson. How's that?
That's fantastic. Top of the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, right. Our Panger with the Goodfellas reference. Oh, there's a breakaway. Oh, Buchnevich just misses. Oh, he couldn't get it out. Oh, took too long. Really powerful chances.
jumps out there like a cannon.
Now Huberto races in for the Flames to Kadri. Shoots it up high.
Could have a point because Robert Thomas got an assist on that Bushnevich goal. Could have some power play points.
Is hounded by Saw. And now across for Kadri. Again, the fans.
No, they're not showing it yet. I don't know. I'm not updating because I'm not getting any of Bennington's saves yet. So.
Flames get it again. Hannafin from the corner. Try to center one. Blocked by Fall. He'll chip one around now for Tucker. And the rookie Tyler Tucker.
I'm not sure why.
That's nudged in by Barbashev. Hannafin on the back and hit the
Okay, so 11:04 to go in the first. Blues still up 1-0. Tucker. They brought up I forget they brought up one of the Russian guys. The guy I think we traded they brought the guy we traded Kostin up for. And he actually took Kostin's number, which was funny. But that's not I think that there's a guy that they need to bring up this season. Offside.
Both collisions.
Barbashev being physical.
A lot lately about how strong he is on his skates, and that was a great example.
Oh, he surprises a lot of big defensemen for sure. Let's go back to Buchnevich's center ice collision right there with that right knee sort of collapse, but he got a look from Ray Barilli. Ray Barilli looked at the replay here between the benches with us and found he's okay to go, and so is Buchnevich, and he goes firing down the left side, and here's a big hit right there.
Keep using that body, Bush. That's the one thing. The whole time I was home, I didn't have one Bush beer, and I actually like Bush beer. I know I'm weird, but. Oh, wow. Walker almost had a great assist for Neighbors, man. That was pretty good. Well, that's the thing, because possession doesn't matter anymore. Possession does not matter. I agree. I like Budweiser products in St. Louis. Oh, wow. If he oh man, he just could have gone a little bit different with that, and that would have been 2-0 lead. All right, this could be a goalie battle, right? And I see it right now. Blues are up in scoring chances 4-3, and they're up on the scoreboard 1-0. But you got to keep active. You got to keep active sticks. You got to keep actively moving, and they kept it in. Yeah, they're making ill-advised passes more than not. Oh, he stayed with the puck, and he just couldn't. They had nobody to assist him because everybody's standing around. No one's moving their feet to assist these guys. That's the biggest thing that I'm catching now is guys are standing around. They're not moving their feet. They're not, skating. All right, and I don't know why they're not skating as much anymore. Sorry, my ear's bothering me. If you notice, my nose isn't bothering me as much anymore since I got rid of that pad that had the mold on it. I couldn't believe. Man, I'm thinking it was this mic thing here, and I washed it a couple of times, and my nose didn't bother me. And then all of a sudden, when I get ready to take my computer off, that's when I find that mold. I was like, "Damn, how'd that get there?" So Calgary has 7 shots. Blues have 4, but hey, man, 1 goal on 4 shots, I'll take it. Keep that. I agree with that. Yeah, Chris, you were telling me about that. I didn't get a chance. I didn't eat while I was there, and I barely drank. And I probably should have drank a lot more. AC Generator was there and bought me not a scotch, a glass of scotch that was really good. I like Captain when it comes to spice rums. I like spice rum. There's very few spice rums that I like other than Captain. Oh wow, that just puck luck just on the wrong side of that one there. There's a few. There's one here called Lahaina that's not a bad one. I'll drink Kraken, but it's not as good to me. I do like Captain Morgan more for its spiced rum than anything else, but I do enjoy a very good Scotch. Right, I do enjoy a good skipping. I don't think he will, bud. I mean, I like him, but I don't think he will. I really don't. Kentucky, and it's like Lablatt Blue. Okay, yeah, you were telling me about it there, Chris. Both places I did my shows at, JP Fields and Cussumano. Now, Cussumano's a dive bar, and Cussumano's a sporting show. I appreciate them, but you know they are an after-hours dive bar. But for watching the game, if they get their internet fixed, and we talked to them about it, because they got a call, and they get their internet fixed to where they can stream right, that would be a great place to watch the game. Really, they need. Other than that, man, and I, Nick was great to me, absolutely great to me. When I get home, I will be doing a lot of shows there. Right, a lot of shows there. It was a lot of fun doing shows there. Right. I want to really see what the Blues are going to do with this tonight. I really do. Don't force through the middle of the ice. Well, who's been saying that? Go hard to the net for the rebounds. Well, Darren Pang's been watching the BlueNote Fan Report because that's what we've been saying. Right, Marianne Holmes, Erickson Krieger, Ryan Green, Marianne Listener, Dale Klunk, Tad Dieterman, Tammy Pemberton, John Hefner, Sammy Helms, and Jason Nichols. Thank you so much for putting your thumbs in the air. Right in front. There you go. Nobody in front of the net. Santini, good fire there. But see, that's the thing. It's they get they fire these shots off and they end up coming back the other way. Oh, Bennington let that one go. I don't know if he should have. Right, shots are 7-6 now. So the Blues have come back up. The lost puck in the center ice. There you go, center ice. The neutral zone. I keep talking about that, man. I keep talking about that. We need to get a neutral zone coach. All right, I just. Oh, I'm not sure. Benny should have wandered there. Come on, see, everybody's standing around. Nobody moving there. Nobody's skating. Nobody's skating. Neighbors, skate, neighbors. Quit standing there. Move around so the puck's got somewhere to go. Look at that. You've got a wide open guy there that they get a pass to. That's a shot right there. Nobody's skating. Nobody's skating whatsoever. Unreal. Thank you, Carly. Commercial break. God, move your feet, boys. Samarkov, that's who it was that was recalled.
I'll tell you what the guy says, John. He says, "Holy jumping."
Hey, the commercial didn't go.
Get your tickets for less, right, Tager?
You got it.
So here we go. We're back on the board.
Already 5 D-zone turnovers. And a shot from the wall by Saad. That was rejected. Then Mikkola in front. That's off a leg. And now Lucic ahead for Huberdeau. Now into Kadri. Kadri waiting. And they score. Lucic tips it in on a great pass from Kadri.
There you go. Ooh.
Huberdeau acts as a center iceman, and Huberdeau makes a backhand saucer pass right on the tape to Kadri, flying.
Not skating. And it's a 1-1. I told you you could not sit back.
He started the plays on the left side of your screen now, and he's just going to drive hard to the net with the backhand. He's got a strong hand on the bottom of the stick. See the bottom hand? He's got to have that firm, I'm sure, right here, and reaches in. Oh, my goodness. The Blues miss coverage, and the Calgary Flames make them pay with Milan Lucic's goal.
Unreal.
Eagle into the far post and tips it in for his fourth. And we're tied at 1.
That's what happens when you don't skate. That's what happened when you don't skate.
And a pass ahead. Here's Thomas at the flame line. This goes deep. Tanev will rip it around for Toffoli. And Cairo knocks it away to Buchnevich.
There's a pass all the way over to nobody. What good does any of this do? I mean, nobody's skating. No one's paying attention where anybody is. Look at this. There's four flames, 5 flames, all in there. There's no one on the other side of the ice because there's no blue on the other side of the ice. Right? There's no blue on the other side of the ice. So you're not taking advantage of what other teams are giving you. Right? If you're going to come in like that, get somebody on the other side of the ice. Open that area up so you can get the puck over there. But there's nobody there. There's nobody skating. There's nobody moving. It's ridiculous to me right now. Right? It's absolutely ridiculous how that's all playing out. Hey, Richard Doolittle. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's ridiculous to me. Hey, this is a game you got to win. This game and the next game. You need to win both of these. These are huge 4 points. This is almost, while it's not a divisional game, this is a huge 2 4-point games. Right? Huge 2 4-point games. Right? Huge 2 4-point games. My head's going to a bad spot, guys. Sorry.
Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
I'm still in a commercial break, so skate. That's what it comes down to. Skate. I see Daryl Sutter, and he looks like the puppet. He looks like that puppet from the Spectrum commercials that they were playing during Halloween. You know, about scary internet or scary, cable TV or whatever it was. Cables, the satellite. Yeah, that's what he looks like. That evil puppet.
And after the game, Sutter said, should win. Take 1 penalty, score 2 power play goals, and only give up a handful of shots. Should win the game. Should win. He doesn't mince words, does he?
No, he's
right to the point.
No, he's correct. I watched that game this afternoon, but that.
I think everybody from St. Louis is in love with her, especially that she's almost our age. No, she's younger than us, but not by much. Right.
But they didn't, and they end up losing in overtime.
Gary, I can't wait till you and me can get together, man, because we're so much the same person. It's not even funny, bud. We are. We are, man. We got to get you out of Chicago. You're not a Chicago guy.
Darryl was a fine captain of the Chicago Blackhawks. He wasn't a great skater, but he had a wicked wrist shot, and he was a guy that would never be afraid.
Yeah, am I right? You and me are the same person, and we probably were in high school too. We just didn't know it. Well, aren't both your kids out of in college now? I thought both your kids were in college now.
In this 1-1 game, Lucic's far side, hit by Kadri, and then grabbed by Anderson as Tucker had moved up and hit.
Thank you. Hey, buddy. Yep, I agree with you there, my friend. I agree with you there. Okay, I got one as a teacher and the other one's a cook up in for YouTube, actually. She's a chef. She's with the company that does all the cooking for YouTube. Oh, there you go, another one.
In the top corner, Backlund will get it, and it's 2-1. But you're right, the Calgary Flames are getting that puck back to the points, and the wingers
There you go.
better shooting lanes against them. This was a wrist shot that I didn't think Zadorov had time to get through. He was fronted quite closely. Keep your eye on how close you see the winger there, neighbors. He's right there, stick on puck. It goes down below, and it ends up being tipped. Keep your eye on the stick of Backlund right there. Shen's got him close to being tied up there.
Bennington couldn't see that puck at all.
Just as his stick is being lifted.
At all. Oh, it's McGongle. Oh, yep. I just seen that McGongle. Actually, see now if you're on YouTube, or if because I'm the way I'm doing this now. I can comment now, and you guys can see it.
Last two and lead 2-1. 4 minutes left here in the second. Red Blues get it back to Parayko.
There we go. See, now you guys should be able to see my comments.
The Blues hounding the puck, but they can't get it. So Foley will play it back for Weegar and now for Tanev.
So 3:44 to go. Calgary made it 2-1 on basically the same play that they made it 1-1. The Blues aren't moving their feet. Right? I mean, that was not on Bennington at all. To me, that was not on Bennington at all.
Well, the Calgary Flames are doing a good job of funneling pucks towards the net.
Yeah, they are.
They average 35 shots on net, not attempts, but shots on net per game, and that's second most in the NHL. And the Blues win the faceoff, and Callie Rosen high flip out. That bounces by.
I agree, James, but they got to stop those.
They're rigging around now for Trevor Lewis. Good play for Daryl Sutter in LA, winning cups. No Santini for Kyrou.
You move your damn feet. I'm with it. I keep saying it. There's nobody moving. Nobody's skating. Right there. Nobody's skating. Nobody's skating. Nobody's skating. Nobody's skating.
Make changes here. Now Anderson ahead. Down the wing for Kadri. He waits, spins off the check, drops it off for Zadorov.
Zadorov come flying in there. Nobody picked him up.
Gets over there, and he chops that one back to center ice. Here's Kadri again. And he fires it back in. Drilled by Achari at center ice. Achari leads the Blues in hits this year with 130.
There we go. See? And he slows up. Neighbors, why did you slow up there? Ah, man. Get the puck and get it in. Use that speed. Go around the back of the net. Give your guys time to get in. Oh, there we go. A play to the net and just can't handle it. That was actually one of the better plays to the net that I've seen on most of the season.
Couple Blues on the puck. It comes in front, but it's knocked away by Tanev. And Mangiapane up the middle for Coleman. Trying to bust in, and a save by Binnington with his pad, and the Blues come back. And the red hot saw. Now for Shen. Shen waiting, and he comes in for a shot. Blocked at the defense.
Yes, went off the left shin pad right there. Good play to pull it back and change the angle.
Now the Flames get it through the middle. Here's Coleman, a drop pass. Blues break it up, though, and now Barbashev in for Saw. That is pocket picked there by Hannafin. And Anderson gets it for the Flames. The wing for Dubé. He's chopped it back to center. And now settled by Hannafin. He'll drive it back in.
There we go. So I'm 5 seconds ahead.
First man back.
Oh, yeah, Nathan. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Just breathe in for a second. That's all.
Parayko waits behind his own goal.
51 seconds to go in the first. I mean, the stats are going to definitely be on the Calgary side. Shots are 13-9 with 42 seconds to go. And basically, the Blues have been outplayed this period. Even though they scored first, they've been outplayed this period. Completely outplayed. All right?
It's at its best of the season. Robert Thomas trying to get through the checking at center. Gets by Zadorov. Pass in front. Kyrou waiting. And then Rosen moved in. And the Flames come back with Dewar. And now Thomas back in his own line. 15 to go in the period. Here's Falk for Buchnevich. And then Thomas trying to go wide on Dewar.
Thomas goes in, and they know it's going to be him, so they get 3 guys on him. No one's giving him a relief. No one's giving him any relief so he can do anything with the puck other than give it up. Well, that's the end of the first.
Opportunities, John, to shoot the puck, and I'm sure that is going to be the message.
Aloha, welcome to the first intermission report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is the BlueNote fan report. Live reaction show. The Blues are losing 2-1 after 2 tip-in goals by Calgary. Blues were able to get on the board first with a power play goal, but have done nothing since then. They are not moving their feet. They are not passing the puck, and they are just letting them go. And James, you're absolutely right. There is no outlet. I disagree, Michael. That was not a good period at all. Let's see on that. I want to take a look at something. I got to get me a different TV to watch the games on. That's for sure. I'm going to be doing that when I get back home. But let's see here. So what number is Mikkola? Mikkola's 77, right? And Parayko's 55. So you are correct, Darkness. They were both on the ice for the first goal. However, neither one of them were on the ice for the second goal. Right? Falk and Tucker, 75, were on the ice for that one. So, yeah, Michael could be he might be a Flames guy. There we go. I think Michael, he might be 77. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, I just don't see it. So the Blues are 1 for 2 on the power play. Calgary is 0 for 1 on the power play. Blues had 9 shots, scored 1 goal. Calgary had 13 shots, scored 2 goals. Let's check the rest of the stats here real quick. Shots, 13-9 that I talked about. St. Louis had 2 shots blocked. Calgary had 3 shots blocked. St. Louis missed the net 5 times. Calgary missed the net 3 times. Calgary had 15 attempts to the Blues, 20 attempts. Calgary had 10 hits to the Blues, 5. Calgary had 1 giveaway, so did the Blues. The Blues had no takeaways. Calgary had 2. Faceoffs are evened up at 10 apiece for 50%. You know, the Blues could have done, I think he's better than that. But okay, Michael. That makes sense. Welcome to the show, Michael. Nice to get an opposing viewers team on the show. I appreciate that, and you're not, and I appreciate that you're not trolling. I really do appreciate that. Mikko looked super promising when he first came up. I still think he's promising, right? I disagree with that, Tommy, but that's just how I see some things. Well, I hope so, because the Blues have not done a great job at adjusting, at all. In fact, the Blues have been absolutely horrid in the second and the third. They're minus 15 in the second and minus 15 in the third. So in the back half of the game, they're minus 30. Minus 30, where Calgary, I think, is plus Let's see. They're even, I think. They're +9 there and -6 there. So they're +3 in the back half. They're +3 in the second and third, and we're -30 in the second and third. Got to change this game. Absolutely got to change. No, there's nothing wrong with you being a Flames guy. We appreciate you there, bud. Yeah, both of them have been better since they've come up. I'll give that. You know, Jason, the Kadri thing's over now, right? The Kadri thing's over. You beat him on the scoreboard, plain and simple. And everybody that's the problem. Everybody's focused on go get Kadri. Even I was a little bit at the beginning, but that's all over now. I do. I'm not so sure with the Fire Army, but I am with the Fire Barubi. I am with that. Right? Right? Matlow, you're right. Bernie says they weren't outplayed in that period. I disagree there. I do think they were outplayed in that period. Absolutely do. Let's see. We got any new ones? Nope. We got 11 likes. We got 16 watching, 10 on Facebook, 6 on YouTube. Thank you. Michael Edwards saying Dads and Shin will do it. Sod and Shin will do it. Let's do something. What could the Blues realistically get for OR in a trade? I gotta pay a little more attention to that. I think they could get a very highly touted prospect, or they could get a couple of first-round picks. Right? I really think that. I'm still not on board with the trading of Tarasenko because he holds all the cards. We had a good 8 minutes. Yeah, that was about it. I'll agree with that. First round pick and an A prospect for Cinco, and a first round pick and a B prospect. I still don't see Cinco getting traded. I just think that he has all the cards, and if it, where he wants to go, I think that's important. If he does want to get traded, where he wants to go, right? No, I don't. I just think that you have to value your players as much as you can, right? You have to overvalue. If you do not overvalue your players, you're going to get what they're worth. Oh, Tommy, I agree with you there. I absolutely agree with you there. But Ryan, if you do not overvalue your players, you're never going to get what they're worth. You have to overvalue them. Absolutely have to. Right? Corbett said, so we got outplayed. I agree with you there. I do. He doesn't have the no trade clause. That's the thing. You don't have that no trade clause. There's nothing preventing the Blues from letting you go. Matt Lowe, I do like those two playing together, and I'd like to see Torpedo use his body a little more, though, and get a lot more in the net. I disagree with that. I think we can afford Tarasenko. Right? I do think we can afford Tarasenko. Right? Because I don't think he's getting a raise. I think he's going down. I really do, especially with the injury this year. Right? Especially with the injury. And if that's the case, then that's shame on O'Reilly. That's an absolute shame on O'Reilly. You're supposed to be a professional. If you losing one person affects your game that much, I mean, you look at Hull when Oates left. His numbers dropped, but he found other ways to make his game effective. And he kept scoring in the 40s and in the 50s. Right? He just didn't have the big 70s, but he kept scoring. And I can see Barbie going. I do. I don't see Barbie staying. There's no scenario right now for me that sees Barbashev staying here. I could see that. I don't have an issue with that there. Right? Jose, how you doing, my friend? Jose, can you see? If we can afford Tarasenko, if we afford Tarasenko, we have to. And again, yeah, I see that. And exactly what I was saying, man. Exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying. $7.5 million guy shouldn't be missing a $4 million guy. Not in the least bit. Yeah, I disagree there. And darkness, I do agree there. he would never go. He would never go. You know, he's got his big old contract. Oh, hey, Marianne, how you doing? Is Chris here? I haven't seen Chris. I haven't seen any comments from him, so I hope he's watching. I hope you guys are 18 watching, man. Keep it up. Remember, I'm going to stay on during the second period now that I'm back on ESPN and not at a 2-minute, 3-minute delay. I'll stay on through the game. Best power play since January 1st. We're up there, 46%, but our penalty kill sucks. We've got to be a lot better at that. It's in the low 50. Well, it's in the 50s, but it's nowhere near what it used to be, right? Oh, great. Chris is watching. That's great. I hope he's watching the show. I haven't seen any comments from him. Yeah, but he's not going to do that this season, so that's going to hurt his stock. All right, I think that's going to hurt his stock. Right? Buchnevich with 14 goals this season. Game coming up shortly. Ooh. Well, see, Marianne, I watched the game differently than you guys watched the game, believe it or not, or the show. When you guys watch the show on YouTube or on your phones or on your computer, you'll get little messages about, who's watching with you and things like that. I watch the show on StreamYard. I don't watch it on that because that's a 15-second delay. I can't watch it on that. So for me, I have to watch it there. So I don't get to see everybody that's watching. So if they don't make a comment or they don't like the show, I will never see them. Right? Aaron Coulter, thank you so much. So it's different for me in how I can see who's watching and that. So you guys have an advantage there. With a couple exceptions. Thomas's points are pretty close to where they were, and Kairu's points are where they were. Right? Kairu's at a point a game. A little bit more than a point a game, actually. So his points are where they were. Everyone else's points are down. When Dieterman goes to the game, I hope so. I hope not. Dad needs to stay home. I know he's there. I mean, he gave me he sent us something earlier. Oh, Maximum Effect, how you doing? Thank you. I don't know if that's who that is. I feel RR is going through what we did before he came here, where he's losing his passion for the game because he looks like he's just going through the motions. And that, I agree with you there. I agree with you. And how could you lose your passion for a game when you're on a team that's basically
it's nothing. Sounds like some.
You said everyone's points are down, but they're not. Everyone's points aren't down. I just said that. Everyone's points aren't down. Right? Good point. I'm not sure what the good point was. I know Dieterman mentioned something early. He said, I know he was at the game. Yeah, now that's a true. The glue scoring is down while the league is up. That's an absolute. Yeah. Dead on. Dead on. Right? I went over the stats already. The second period is about to start. Right, here we go. Chances there, 8-6 for us. Slot shots, 5-4 for them. We had 1 minute and 2 in the offensive zone where they had 2:15. There you go. It's not everyone. Semantics, but you said everyone, and it's not. The majority of the team's points are down. So I'm just using your words against you, bud. Like everyone likes to use my words against me. So I love you, Matt Lowe, and you know it, bud. You know it, bud. 30 goals in front of that. We have not seen that in a while. And that's what they need. That's exactly what they've done. That's where their 2 goals, tip-ins. Tip-ins on passes. And every time we get that position, there's nobody in front of the net. That has been a huge issue all year, right? I really do still think that Berube's message has gone completely stale. Completely stale. Right? I was looking at points earlier. I was talking about this. So Kairu is at 38 points for 38 games played, point per game. Thomas is at 37 for 40 games played. Buchnevich, 34 for 32 games. He's more than a point per player, so his points are up. Shin, 33 for 41. I think his points might be up from last season. Tereshchenko, who's out right now, was at 29 for 34, so he was a little down. Falk, 22 for 41. He's way down. O'Reilly is really down. Right? O'Reilly is really down. Right? That's some of the stuff. It is GA is up this year. Way up on both goalies. Right? But good to see you there, Bob. We had some backdoor tap-in problems since the season started. I agree. Is Bennington being placed after winning the cup? Grice is fighting for a spot. I'm not sure what your slacks. No. Go back and look at the 20 season. Until he got COVID, until the bubble, he was playing great. The bubble affected him. And last year, he had a good season last year. He had a pretty good season last year, in my opinion. Yeah, Doc, I'm with you. 30 goals has been an issue for a while now. And you know what? I think that's coaching. Because when you coach defense so much, you don't want guys in front of the net because you get caught in front of the net. Right? You're so worried about defense that you don't have anybody there. And you don't take the time to try and get the puck and get on a cycle and do the things with the puck you need to do. Right? Because you're so worried about defense. He had COVID. That had a lot to do with it. Go back and look at his numbers. Right? And you got to the second round of the playoffs because of him, not because of any other goalie. You know what? Okay, Bob, you win. Berube is the greatest fucking coach ever. Berube does nothing wrong. The players are fucking horrible. We got to trade all the players and just bring in players that Berube wants so the Blues can have that type of team. Okay, I said it. There we go. My tirade done. I see. I agree with that, Darkness. I agree with that. I said COVID affected. You don't want my panties in a bunch? Well, you got them in a bunch. All right, here, I'll show you.
And so that's some of the areas that I'm sure they talked about between the first and second period.
So teams at full strength to begin this second period. First of 7 straight at home. Blues only 2 wins in their last 8 games at home.
There you go. Well, we're back. Flames have the face-off. They're working it down the zone. Puck back behind the net. Ooh, right thrown. Pucker right off the puck. You needed therapy before seeing that, so nice try. Can't say I'm not entertaining. Cannot say that I am not entertaining. Oh my goodness. Man, they're just, no one's moving. 3-1. Because nobody was moving their feet and they were just letting them control it. A game you need to win and you're playing like absolute dog crap. You didn't get a strip tease, you got panties in a bunch. Because they're all standing around. Look at that. Son, Rosen, and Tucker not even moving, watching the puck. Well, now you're minus 31 in the back half of the game. Wow. No, my panties were in a bunch long before they got that goal. This is... Yeah, just he took just standing there.
One of them not collapse and looking the other way, which was Jordan Kyrou. That's just poor coverage and mentally not sharp to begin the period.
No one's playing, no one's moving their feet. We've been saying that since the beginning of the game. They were all standing around. That's all they do. They stand around, stand around, stand around, stand around. You want to beat the Blues, skate, because they don't. Now, at what point? So, Bob, I hope Bob Morton's. At what point does that on the coach? Is that on the coach that he allows his players to just stand there like that and doesn't do anything about it? At what point is that on the coach? That this has been happening the entire season, and he's done nothing to change it. Where does that come on the coach? The players have told you that they don't like the message anymore, that they're tired of it. And they're showing you by not moving your feet, so change the fucking message. Sorry. Oh, that's cool. God, I can't wait to get back. Problem is he won't because he just signed him. Oh, Justin Falk lookalike.
By the way, Hannif and Coleman get the assist on that goal by Mangiapane. Blues win the face-off.
That's junk, man.
First period. On the center ice now, Jake Niebers comes in. He'll chip it deep. Ruzicka back.
I'm sorry. At some point.
Zadorov lost it. Now Walker for Achari.
So all they do is pass the puck around the back of up the boards, around the boards. Nobody's moved. Nobody's in the center ice. Nobody's in open ice. Look at it. It's the same. It's the same game after game. Now my panties are too tight. Thank you, Bob Morton.
Darren, a quick shout out to Dave Winson in hospital and doing some tests on Dave, and we hope for the very best and a speedy recovery for Blues fan Dave Winson. He's down 3-1 here. Burchako in front. Here's Pitlick with a move and a backhander goes just wide. Oh, what a chance there.
No puck luck, man. They just cannot make their own puck luck. And you know, they're not holding the puck in. When the puck does go in, nobody's there to do anything with it. Dump it in because there's nobody coming. Don't worry about it. Don't dump it in. This is piss poor. I just told you. You guys didn't hear that, but I just said what I think of this game a couple of times. It's piss poor. There must be a bulldog in this room. Didn't even realize it was on. Sorry, Bob. You just, you and me see things differently, and that's all there is to it. And I apologize. The Penny in the Bunch comic got me. That's the one that got me. Sorry, Bob. I didn't. We're friends. I don't want to take anything away from that. But at some point, this has got to be on the coach, right? You say that the message has changed, but okay? If the coach has changed the message, where's the evidence of it? Where's the evidence of it? Because what you're seeing on the ice isn't a changed message. If there was a changed message, you would see evidence of it on the ice, and you don't. You really don't. And okay, they beat. I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. Sorry, it's just I'm not seeing. If you see a change of message, you see something different on the ice, and you don't see it. That was chest high. That was right there. That shot is never going to go in. I apologize. Yeah, they have 7. We have 5, right? Another shot right in the chest. Excuse me. I could probably count them on one hand. Tucker finally got a good hit. Oh no, it was an ugly win. I said that. Oh yeah, I know. That was an ugly win. I said it against Minnesota, especially in the third. Up until the third, it was a good win, but in the third, the way they just backed off. Yeah, that was an ugly one. Oh, we got some more. Brad Pond. Hey, Brad, how you doing? Michael Edwards. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sorry, Robert. I got arrogant and I shouldn't have done that. I apologize, my friend. Yep. Icing. Nope, he played it. Surprised he played that. Look at that. Calgary's just moving, man. Shots are closer. They're 17 to 16 for their Calgary, but now I think it's 18-16. Like there might be a penalty or face off. Oh, net off the mooring. You know what? I apologize for my arrogance. I should not have been so arrogant on that comment. I apologize. Forgive me. Don't know what else I can say. It was entertaining, though, wasn't it? Yay, me. This is bad. A game that you needed to win. I said they had to be up 2 goals at the end of the first, so they weren't going to win this one, and it looks exactly what's going to happen because they are just not playing. They're just not playing at all. There's 1-2. There were 2 of them. So I counted 2 so far. Actually, Jason, he stopped 24 shots in the third, the last game. He stopped as many shots in the third as the Blues had all game. Beat me to it there, bud. Excuse me. That little stunt did not work on my stomach. Actually, I have surgery coming up on my stomach here in February, I think. I've got to, they're going to, I'm waiting for the doctor to call me and set it up. They're going to do another test on my stomach to figure out why I'm an acid-producing machine. Guys, I'm going to go get something to drink. I'll be right back. I set my line and I'm losing. Actually, we had 6 shots on net. We had 6 shots in that period, I think it was. There's lots of hockey left, but no one's showing any way of turning anything around. Yeah. No, he's on my fantasy. I started him today, and that was a mistake. Oh man. And my fantasy team's in disarray right now. I am losing big time. 6, 7, and 14. So actually it's a little better now. It was like 5, 10, and something. So I'm behind in most categories, especially in goaltending. I'm absolutely behind. Oh, the guy I'm playing has Grice. Yay. He's got Merlikins. He started Merlikins, and Merlikins gave up 5 goals. So actually, I might end up be doing okay in I don't know. I might get lucky in this. I might end up getting better at this if okay, he's giving up 6 goals now. So come on, Merlikins, keep giving up goals. Yeah, they did lose their strength and conditioning coach, if I remember right. There's no urgency in this team whatsoever. You know, you're down 2 goals, less than half the game, and there's no urgency. None whatsoever. At least I don't see it. I haven't seen it. He has none this year. Can't trade Bennington until after the year's over. This is the last year of his no trade clause. After this, he gets to submit no trade lists. He has a modified no trade clause. Wow. Yep. Oh, fantasy team. Right now, I don't get nothing for them. Right? I've had people ask for my goalies. I have 4 goalies, but and we're a goalie-centric league. That's the one thing in a keeper league. Goalies are absolutely the key. They are the key. Ah, here we go. Now it's going to be 4-1. Rosen for 2. Yep, Nathan, I agree, bud. I agree. And no aggression. That's where you should have been skating hard to that puck, because you could have gotten the steal on that puck. Oh, there was a block by Mikkola. Oh, my contact's starting to go out. I would hope so, John, but I don't see it right now. I don't see anything on the ice that tells me that they can come back. John, tell me what you've seen on the ice that makes you think that they're going to have a comeback. Got lucky there. Well, I mean, it looks like they killed it off, but if you don't make this a 1-goal game, I mean, I don't see where you're going to have any chance in the third. You're just not a team that plays aggressive enough to come back in the third. Got to score. You got to score in this last 5 minutes. At least that's what I'm seeing, guys. I mean, nothing that I see right now. And everyone is standing around. Everyone is standing around. That is nobody is aggressive on the puck whatsoever. And Tucker just throws it. Barbashev just throws it in. There's nobody there. Yeah, they have. I just don't know what to say anymore. This team just does not. I don't see anything that tells me that this team wants to. They don't want to. They're not playing for Berube. There's no ands, ifs, or doubts in my mind. And as long as Berube's the head coach, they're not going to play for him. Right? You can blame the players, you can blame the coaching, you can blame front office, whatever you want to blame. But these players are not playing for Berube. And at some point, something's got to be changed. Yep, absolutely, Jerry. There's because no one's moving their feet, no one's trying to do anything. Look at this. Nothing makes sense anymore. Excuse me. And throw it down so the goalie can control it, and we get nothing out of it. Best chance they had all period. And missed the net. I agree. Everybody goes to the puck, and that leaves people open. Oh, you'll burn more calories sitting on your couch watching this game than the Blues will playing this game. Right? Just bad. Oh, I agree. Yep. Minute and 5 to go in the period. You got to score, and they're not. And I don't know what else to do with this team, man. This is just bad. Bad. Well, Alexandrov is actually a Russian German. He might have been born in Germany, but he's Russian through and through. I was thinking of something. When I first moved back to Japan after I had my daughters, my youngest daughter, Maya, I want to say she was just 2 years old or something. and I went on a deployment. And when I came back, she did not speak English at all. Right? Now, she was learning English. She was learning how to speak, 2 years old and all that. When I got back, she did not speak English at all. She would not speak English to me. My wife was like getting on her about that. And after that, that's when my wife started making my daughters both go to like the child development center on base and base play groups. Started taking them out of the Japanese play groups and that really, really did, and kept them away from their cousins for a little bit until they started really getting to understand that, you got to speak both languages. So I remember that. And here in Alexandrov, being a Russian-German, German-Russian, kind of came up to me on that. Well, here we go. That's the end of the second.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Well, the boys may be bleeding blue with me, but the Blues are not bleeding blue with us tonight. Man, this is not a good game. Calgary has dominated this since about the 10-minute mark of the first. They dominated completely in that period. They got one goal early in the second, and that is where we're at 3-1. Blues just were outplayed. They got that goal at the 102 mark, 102 in, and it's 3-1. And from that point on, the Blues ended up with 12 shots, or no, 9 shots, right? And maybe 1 or 2 of them were quality, right? If you're not taking quality shots, if you're not doing the things you need to do, you're not going to win this game. No, there was more than one good pass in the neutral zone. I saw a couple of good ones, right? I would say a power play would help, but need to skate and draw a penalty. Yeah, Chris, I agree. Bought a ticket for Blues hockey through 2 periods. Looks more like schmuckers on ice. We can forget this season. It's starting to feel that way. This game, there's no way scoring 2 goals. How we look tonight, Darkness, I'm kind of with you, man. We're fighting to start momentum, but keeping it and sustaining pressure is a problem. We don't even get any momentum. There's nothing through the neutral zone. There's no solid play. There's no good passing. There's nothing that makes me think that this team can play that way at all. I just got a text saying that they're playing like 5-year-olds, and I said worse. I'm getting trolled. Here we go. Brewer refuses to adjust. That's something a team needs to do to be successful. Well, here we go. It changes message. Oh my goodness. I guess my panties are in a bunch again. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Goes out as a horrible. My 2-year-old can run faster than Tarasenko. Tarasenko's not even playing Ryan Green. Come on, don't be a jackass. Don't be a jackass. Right now it's a tough game to watch. It's tough to see. It's tough to watch. There's just a lot going on. Yeah, Chris, you're absolutely right. The injuries have very little to do with this, right? This is a team that you could beat easily, and you're just not playing well enough to beat them, right? You're not playing well enough to beat them. You've given up 25 shots in 2 periods. You give up 35 shots a game, 34 shots a game. You know what? Well, I was looking at that earlier. Hold on. When you're giving up 32.3 shots a game and taking 29, and the team that you're playing takes 34 a game. You just might, Jerry. They didn't hold them at bay. They just got lucky. They're not playing. They're not moving anything. Oh, everybody likes you, Robert Morton. Where the darkness? Oh, darkness! Don't be firing bullets like that. We don't need that on here, darkness. Right? We don't need an Guido in here anymore. Oh, by the way, I will say this. If you follow E on Facebook, and the only reason you follow him because he was friends with me, I no longer am connected to E Guido whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. Right? Plain and simple. I will leave it at that. E Guido is not connected to me in any way, shape, or form. And I will leave it at that. Right? Plain and simple. See, that's how I feel. But again, you got to put some on the players too. I don't. I just don't. And first of all, why would you want to put Connor Bedard on this team with a coach that you play youth? That would be an absolute travesty. If the Blues won the overall pick in the draft, Connor Bedard should go and just make himself look terrible. If he has an interview, he should say the wrong thing, everything wrong in that interview to make sure that the Blues did not draft him. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, I have. It was one of those things, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But I'm just done. I'm done. I'm not going to handle somebody like that in my life anymore. Right? I'm not going to handle somebody like that in my life anymore. He can go hit on I'm tired of him hitting on every girl, every woman that is in my timeline. And then he hit on an 18-year-old or 19-year-old. So I'm done with it. Don't want anything to do with him. Period. End of story. I don't think he worked here either. It is what it is, Ryan. I guess, when it comes down to it, guys, I'm just sandpaper. And I haven't found my water to make my sandpaper less rough. I told my therapist that today. I'm a rough, hard individual. I'm not easy to get along with. Right? I guess I'm just a plain dick. Right? I guess I'm just a plain old ass. Not going to change. Too old to change. I guess that's what you can say. Oh, Nathan Moyers, Brett Pond, Michael Edwards. Thank you so much for putting them thumbs in the air, buddy. Putting them thumbs in the air. Thank you. I guess so, my friend. Oh, you did. I skipped you on purpose this time. Right? No, this team is minus 15 in the third. They're now minus 16 in the second. Right? Opponents have scored 63 goals in the second to their 47. Minus 16. How do you win like that? How do you win like that? You can't. There's no way in hell you can win like that. You know, it could be. It could be. I don't think so, but it could be. Right? You know what happens when they play good teams? It feels like they're hamstrung. Right? It really does. It feels like they're hamstrung. Like they're so worried about playing defense. They don't play any offense. Right? You got to get out there and play offense. You got to hockey is an offensive game, and if you and that's the problem. That's the mindset of this game that is so wrong. Hockey is not a defensive game. We all think it's a defensive game, but it's not. It's an offensive game. It's a huge offensive game. Oh, if they get hot, I'll jump on the bandwagon, but right now, I still don't see us getting rid of 91. You guys forget, he's got that. He has all of the control of that. All of the control. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Darkness, that's my saying. Isn't that what I said? Right? Isn't that what I said? If it's frozen, refresh. Hit the refresh. Restart it. That's the only thing you can do, bud. Statistics through the first two periods suck. So let me give them to you now. At least the ones I have. So shots, 25 for them, 18 for us. They had 8 blocked. We had 4 blocked. They had 14 missed the net. We had 7 missed the net. They had a total of, make sure I get this right, 47 attempts to our 31 attempts. No, 39 attempts. There you go. 17 hits for us, 12 for them. I think I said that backwards earlier. Giveaways. We had 7 giveaways. They had 3. They had 1 takeaway. We had 4. We blocked 8 shots. They blocked 4. They are winning the face-off battle 21-18, 54% to 46. Well, my wife called me to the back room. You're in trouble. Yeah, Nathan, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I'm with you, my friend. Yeah, you still got a little bit. It depends on what she wants. All right, knock the walls out, Bob. Your wife actually likes me, Bob. She's like one of the few women in the world that actually do like me. So, take that as a positive. You guys know when I say shit like that, it's just talk. You know, I don't mean it. It's just being funny. My way of being funny. Maybe it's not, but that's just it. When I say things like Ashley's mad at me or somebody's mad at me, that's just a joke. That's just how I handle situations. Right? That's just how I handle situations. I like you for your rants. Well, you might be the only one, Ryan. You might be the only one. No, she tolerates you. She likes me. We know that for a fact. She tolerates you. She told me that. She told me when you guys went and got ice cream in St. Louis. The only reason she got ice cream because it was me. She wasn't going to go for you. And darkness, I agree. Yes, Ashley, we see you. Ashley loves you in small bursts. Ashley's probably going to get mad at me now. And I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. That's just how I am. Okay. Chances 15 to 11 for them. Slot shots 9 for us, 8 for them. Possession time. We had just over a minute. We're at 154 now to their 521. Oh, she loves Ryan more than me. I just want to see this team come out and play inspired. Play inspired, and I don't see it. Oh, that's a new one. Hi, Gloria. I've never seen you before. At least I don't think so, unless you're somebody that I don't know. Welcome to the show, Gloria. Oh, I think I know who that is. I know who that is now. Hi, Gloria. Welcome to the show. Oh, yeah. Absolutely it is. You know, you can't win like that, especially when you were under a minute in that period. Right? Yes, I know it isn't. I know who this is now. I had to think for a second. I had to think for a second. Let's take a look at the out of town scoreboard here real quick and see, especially the games that are affecting us. The Wild are 3-3 at the end of overtime, so they're getting at least a point, so it does affect us. I know. The Avalanche and Panthers are still tied at nothing. We're losing to the Flames. Stars are 1-1 with the Islanders. Jets lost 7-5 to the Red Wings, so that helps us a little bit. And those are the out-of-town scoreboards that affect us. Where are we at? No, Bennington's having a good game. 8 giveaways, that doesn't help. I agree, Gus. Coming back with 8 minutes left when Blueberry pulls back. Nah, we won't pull him at that. We're starting to be really jackasses with that. He's got a reason for doing it. It's not always right, but let's not be complete jackasses about that. No, from the other night. I'm not sure. Oh, you want the Minnesota third, even if we lose. Okay, I get what you're saying now. I didn't catch it. I'm sorry, I always go with the person who didn't ask me to pick. Ashley, I will never ask you to pick. I'm always here, Gus. I will always be here no matter what. This is what I do. This is my life. This is what you guys are who I live for. Even if I sound like I don't appreciate you sometimes, I absolutely do. Right? Ashley Jones, Nathan Morris, Brett Bond, Michael Edwards, Aaron Coulter, Richard Henry Doolittle, Erickson Krieger, Marianne Holmes, Marilyn Lester, Sammy Helms, Ryan Green, Erickson Krieger, and a few more. Thank you so much. I can't see all the names now. We are about ready to get into the third. How many of those first two are the first three are on him, though? Can you put any of those goals on him? 2 of them were tip-ins. Right? I don't know if you can put any of those goals on him. Darkness. So, that has a lot to do with it. They need to get a couple right here. That was a tip-in. I'm pretty sure that was a tip-in. Here we go. And Kadri wins the face-off. There you go. You need this, and Brad, I'm doing as good as I can, my friend, as good as I can. I know you want to come on. We'll try and figure it out, Brad. I'm just got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now, my friend. It's not you, it's on me, and I absolutely mean that. We want to hear all about your experience in Montreal, other than the loss of the game. A dump in that does no good. Guys standing there and you dump it in. If you're going to do that, at least have the change start. Not guys just standing there. Wistful thinking, John. Wistful thinking. There you go. That's why we're going to lose that game. That was a pass that absolutely needed to be there. There's no cohesiveness. No one knows where anybody's going to be. Yes, bad play all the way around. No, there's no sense of urgency whatsoever. Look at this. They know they're not going anywhere, so they're putting them up on the body so they can do a fresh change. There we go. That's what happens when you get somebody in front of the net. There's that. That's 2 goals Alejandro has by being in front of the net. There you go. Hickey was happy. Oh my God, John Hefner. Holy Christ. What the hell? Where did this come from? Wow. 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 Now get out there and play your game. Yeah, I know. This is crazy, man. They didn't show anything in the second period. Now they're all of a sudden up 2 goals in the, score 2 quick ones in the third. But now you got to play. You You got to keep this momentum. You can't give it up. You can't do this stupid shit that you were doing in the second. Because this team, Calgary, will make you pay. And, John, if this is 4-3 in overtime, you're coming on the show next time. You're coming on the show. You're doing the show next time. If this is 4-3 in overtime, you're absolutely doing the show next time. Oh, I suck. Big save by Bennington. Yep. Absolutely, Nathan. Absolutely. Got to keep this going, man. You got to keep it going. You've got Markstrom kind of. No, it does matter. It absolutely matters. Because you've got Markstrom kind of unsettled. You got to keep him unsettled. Oh, nice hit. And see, now they're hitting along the boards, but they're not winning the puck battle. You gotta win that puck battle. If you're gonna hit along the boards, win the puck battle. I mean, that's the thing. Hitting is one thing, but if you're not winning that battle, you're not getting that puck off their stick. If you're hitting them and they're still passing, it's not doing any good. You got to win that puck battle. There we go. Unreal, man. Unreal. I don't know what to say. Move feet equals goals. Yeah. Oh, he even fanned on that shot. Great. Here we go. We'll see. If they're challenging, it's offsides. But see, to me, he never does lose possession because he's right there with it. Yeah, to me, see, he never. How do you say he lost possession? No one else touches the puck. See, they now that they've changed this, they've made possession not matter. Because I don't think he loses possession because he's the known that touches the puck next. Yeah, that should not have been. That technically he did not lose possession. To lose possession, someone else has to touch the puck. But technically he didn't lose possession. Nobody else touched it. How can you lose possession if nobody else touches it? It's like passing it to yourself. So if you take the puck and you throw it off, you hit the board and it comes back to you, is that losing possession? I don't know. I have an issue with that. And I've had an issue with this possession rule all season long. Right? Possession, and it basically comes down, possession no longer matters. Tough loss there. Tough way to lose a goal with that stupid ass rule, and that rule that benefited the Avalanche has now changed the league. It's changed everything in the league. Oh, there was a fucking fancy pass that didn't work. Wow. See, to me, how is the linesman not, he doesn't call that as offside, and then he comes back and looks at the video and says, oh, no, he didn't have possession when he felt he had possession again. There we go. Thomas gets right to the red line and does this cute little curl, and everybody's ready for it. All the time. Nice save by Markstrom. Well, they are moving. Yeah, I agree. I've been saying that for a while. Right? I just don't feel that he lost. I mean, he wasn't far enough away from that puck for me to say that he lost possession. Right? Wow, this is probably going to be 4-3 in OT. Wow. I will start, when I move back, I will start the pick'em contest again, especially being in St. Louis. I'll be able to get prizes for it and be able to control it a little bit better. I will restart it, and I'm going to get my website back. I'm going to get the St. Louis Fan Report back. Start writing again. Start finding other writers. When I get home, I'm going to hit the colleges and put up things, all the local, for the journalists and that, and I'll be able to get more, stuff out there and get people to write for me. So. Oh, they were good sticks there. There you go, Saad. Nice play. Oh. Ow! Come on, Barbashev. Get this in there. Get something going on that puck. And there's a defenseman not where he's supposed to be. Wow. Out of play. Yeah, I will start the pick'em contest back, and it's going to run. So I mean, it'll be month by month, but it'll also be through the whole year, right? We'll do a grand prize through the whole year, right? If things work out right, I'd like to have $1,000, $1,500, and $250 for first, second, and third for the whole season. Right? But that's going to go all the way through the playoffs too, not just the blue season, but all the way through the playoffs. So, that'll keep. I think that'll keep a lot of people in it, right? And I got to find a way to not just. I got to find a way that that I can do it to keep people, not just the ones that start, but people that come in later, that they can still get involved and maybe gain points in that and keep things up. Find somebody to help me build a logarithm or something like that that'll automatically do the scores for me and shit to make life a lot easier, right? But I want to get back into that. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping things break my way for a change. I really am. Can only be in a pit for so long. Oh, there's Nikki. Yes, it was, and it will go back to something like that. Oh, I'm sure you would, Gary. She's got some great ass seats, that's for sure. My Pick'em page was my most viewed page. I had more views on that page than anything else. You guys really hit that Pick'em page. I also had somebody cheat, though, and that was the thing that really upset me, was the guy that cheated. I can't remember who it was now. You have to pay a lot of money for that. All right, you got to pay a lot of money for that. That's a special seating area. I know, I would love to sit in there. I mean, I got to sit up in the alumni box, so I mean, that was pretty special with Jackman and Terry Yake and Schofield and Dwight Schofield and Jim Campbell. Somebody else up there? Yake, Campbell, and Bruce Affleck was there for a little while, right? So, you know, I don't know. That's pretty hard to beat, bud. That's pretty hard to beat. It might even be more than that. It might even be more than that. I think you've got to buy like a box or something. So 6:52 to go. Shots are 28-24. Score is 3-3. Blues have scored 2 in this period and had 1 taken off the board, which was questionable in my eyes. Jackman, yep. Actually, I've got to get a hold of him. He told me he would come on the show, so we'll see. We will see. Yeah, it's on top of the ticket you buy. Oh, on top of the ticket. Yeah, wow. Is he coming to the tournament there, Chris? Right? I tried not to bother them. I didn't bother Schofield. I mean, I know him because from my event, and then I saw him at the practice. I kind of left him alone. I'm connected to Terry Yake and Campbell a lot more, and hopefully I can get connected to. I was sitting there at the Ashley. If she's still here, she can tell you this. I was sitting there with Ashley and Lance. And we're talking. I win the $1 billion lottery. Yeah. Hey, if you win it, Jerry, do I get a little bit of it as a friend? Do I get the friend side of it? Hope so. I was looking around and I said, man, guys, do you realize that 3 of the 5 alumni here, their phone numbers are in my phone? And they both just looked at me and said, yeah, like it was nothing. Like it was no big deal that 3 of those guys' phone numbers were in my phone. He wasn't at my alumni camp. I wish he would have been. He unfortunately had something to do, and I just wish I would have had more time to talk to him. But I'm going to try and get him on the show. I'm really going to work on that. Right? No, not doing that. Not doing that. There are people who have seen those numbers and who know what's in my phone. Right? And then I have been private messaged by other alumni. So either you believe me or you don't. Yeah, I did see that. I wish I was able to be there, Chris. I really do. Right? If I could get there, I would, man. I would love to be there. Right? I would absolutely love to be there for each and every one of you. You know that, Chris. I'll tell you what, Chris. I'll tell you this. While this game's in the third, no, I'll wait. I'll wait to the post game. If you guys stay in the post game, I'm gonna tell you a story about when I was home. Something about when I was home. Chris was there for this, and Chris can attest to it. The best time I had at home was between 6:30 and 7:30, December 29th. And Chris, I think you know what I'm talking about. Oh, now that was offsides. And a pass to nowhere. The guy just skates right over it. There's another number that's in my phone. And Shockey, you know that one. You know for a fact that me and Zook are friends. You've seen it. You can attest to that. You're not the only one. That's the one person that I wish I would have been able to get a hold of. And I talked, I should have said something and I didn't because I was in awe. But I know next time I go home, I'm making that happen. I'm making Bernie happen. Okay, well, we're at the intermission now. So, at the not intermission, at a commercial break. So I'll tell you this. Shockey invited me to practice, and I have an open invitation to practice for the Warriors. At least I think I do. At least I did it before. And Shockey invited me to practice. I got there a few minutes late. I had trouble finding my way out of Soulard, but I got down there. And I walked in, and I seen somebody else that I knew that works at Centene. You know, she said hi to me and that. Well, Chris, we got to get him on the show, man. That's like a big one for me. So I walk into, they're practicing in the Plager in Bobby's rink, and that's the rink I broke my wrist in. And as soon as I walked in, man, and this is as soon as I walked in. And Chris, you can attest to this. Guys were like fist bumping and stick tapping. You're getting yelled at by the coach, and guys are stick tapping me and fist bumping me, and on both ends of the ice. You know, when you guys are around, guys are coming up to me. You know, finger. I spend a lot of time feeling just not connected. And even with the Warriors, I feel disconnected. And it's not because of them, it's because of me and the situation and other things. Every single one of those guys, every single one, including Teresa Wagner, who was there when I broke my wrist, who was trying to help me, who helped me when I broke my wrist and all of that. You know, she asked me how my thing was, and all of those guys were making sure that I knew that I was part of them. Every single one of them. I don't think, unless there was a new guy, there were a couple of newer guys, but most of anybody that all the guys that have been around from since I started, supporting you guys, was giving me the fist bumps. Yeah, the coach wasn't too happy about that. I think somebody finally told him who I was, so he backed off. Right? He backed off, but really. That was an important moment for me. It was really a good moment. And I just got to say thank you. Well, we got 3:51 to go in regulation time. Surprisingly that this game has gotten where it has, but I am worried for the overtime. And remember, Minnesota got a point. Right? Who was it? Minnesota got a point. So we need the 2 points, not the 1 point. Right? Minnesota got the point. Colorado was losing at the end of the first 3-1. This is a big point. Dallas ended up getting 2 points in a shootout. We need this. This is a huge 2 points for us. Right? Oh, Falk. Nice move by Falk. Oh, there's flames all over that puck and nobody. Oh, there you go. They are absolutely starting to swarm the puck. Keep bringing this puck in, man. Yeah, I agree. I think it is. Oh, Sod, that was ill-advised. Oh, that's cool. All right. Good save, Bennington. Bennington's been see now for everybody who said where's who was it that said, oh well, he's given up this, that's not a good game. I'm telling you what, he's the reason that this is a tied game right now. Right? What do they got? How many what are the shots for the period right now? Calgary has only 5 shots this period to the Blues 8. Right? So, you know, the defense came up. Yeah, I know you said 4-3 win. That's going to piss me off at that. It's going to piss me, especially if you get it in overtime. Right? You remember, I the way I did the pick'em contest, you got 1 point for picking the winner, 1 point for picking the Blues score right, 1 point for picking the opponent's score right, and if you got all 3 right, you got an extra point. And then we added a player. You could pick a player and you got that player's points, or you could pick a goalie and you got 1 point for every 10 saves, but you lost a point for every goal he gave up. And that's how we did the points. And there were some good ones out there. It was a fun contest. A lot of people loved it. I want to get it started again, but you got to do it. I got to have a website to do it. Right. And I got to try and get sponsors to sponsor it. And I got to have 100 to 200 people doing it. Right. It's got to be like that. And like I said, I'd like to give, 1,500, 250 away for the season. Like Country Roads is coming up. Oh, good face-off win. You needed that face-off win. Get it out. Well, Shockey, I wish I could be there for you, bud. I really do. There was a way I could be there. And here's the thing. I'm going to have my surgery, too, at that time, so. Well, it looks like we're going to OT. God damn, Hefner. How did you pull this one? I don't believe Hefner pulled this shit. Unreal. Let's just see who gets the 4 now. The OT. Wow. Did not see this game going to OT at all. Did not see this going to OT at all. Well, we got the point to tie Minnesota, so that's good. My wrist. I don't know if you can see it, but notice my wrist. Rob, I broke my wrist 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago when I was home. Oh man, the way they played in the second, how do you come back in the third? I mean, that's I'll give it to Berube. I'll give it to the players. They made the adjustments they needed to make, and the refs stole it from them. Matlow, he did not, in my eyes, he didn't lose possession of that puck. And the NHL has changed what possession of the puck means. Absolutely. Because when he gets possession back, isn't the puck still on the blue line? Has it not crossed yet? I got to look at that again. I made a pass. Gino told me to shoot. He said I had a great, accurate shot. I think you do, Chris. You got to shoot the puck, bud. Right? Here we go. Overtime. Blues are 3-2. They're 3-1 in the shootout, and Calgary sucks. So let's win this one. Blues lose the face-off. Try and keep my phone turned over so I don't see in it. Well, I'm going to be a happy camper here in about 30 seconds. Wow. Talk about snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Unreal, getting 2 points against Calgary that they needed. Wow. But you picked up a point on them. You were only 3 behind them. Oh, looks like they brought the dads on the trip. Look at this. See, and Kairu's looking at Thomas the whole way. Nice. So I get an overtime point and a game-winning goal. Yes, you did, Hefner. I have no fucking clue how you did that. No clue how you did that. None at all, man. Bradshaw, about time you put that thumb in the air. I was waiting. I was getting ready to call you out, Jerry. Getting ready to call you out. Yes, sir. Berube made adjustments, and yes. Wow. Here we go. Here are the stars of the game. Pavel Buchnevich. Robert Thomas. Jordan Kyrou. This is a good win. Really was. This is a good win. This was snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Absolutely. Absolutely, this was snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Yeah, I guess, Robert. Yes, Erickson, it was an absolute surprise. Man, 18 people. Who else joined here? Chris Shockey, he put his name in there. Thank you. Yeah, no, that was Hefner. John Hefner said that. He said it 4-3 in overtime, and he said that in the first period. Are we sure about that? I'd have to look. I don't know if we're tied for it. I'd have to look. I don't know. Are we? Let me pull up the standings. No, we are. Nope. We are one. We are behind Calgary because of regulation wins. They have 19. We have 14. That's the thing. The regulation wins are pushing us back, but we're right there. And we're only 3 points behind Minnesota. Right? 3 points behind Minnesota. And they have a game in hand, or 2 games in hand, but you're 3 points behind them and you got games coming up against them. Right? So, you have that chance. Right? The Avalanche is long, they can tie you if they win, but they were losing earlier. I can look at this now. The Avalanche are still losing 3-1 with 18:44 to go in the second. Sharks and Coyotes are tied at 2 with 6 seconds to go in the second. Blues beat the Flames in OT 4-3. Stars get a shootout win over the Islanders 2-1. The Wild fall to the Rangers in a shootout 4-3. Tampa Bay doubles up the Blue Jackets 6-3. Red Wings win a shooting gallery game 7-5 against the Winnipeg Jets. Penguins sneak by the Canucks 5-3. Kraken sneak by it was 5-4, pardon me, for the Penguins Canucks. Kraken get a 4-3 win over the Sabres, and the Devils continue to be hot with a 5-3 win over Carolina. Makes the Blues win over the Devils seem a little bit more. That's the out of town scoreboard. If its scoreboard stays as it is, right? They have a chance. They're playing at a 536 clip. It's got to be a lot closer to 550, 560, but they're playing at a clip that could put them there. They play Calgary again. They beat Calgary in regulation. They tie them. And depending on what happens with the Oilers, the Oilers play tomorrow, I think. Right, let me double check this. I think the Oilers play tomorrow. The Oilers play the Ducks tomorrow, so the Oilers should win that game. But you never know. The Ducks can come back. And then on Thursday, that's a big night, and Thursday could be huge for the Blues, especially the Avalanche are playing the Hawks. Right? So that's going to be big. You're looking at this 7-game homestand, I said, was extremely important. And they can solidify themselves and but they've got to play better in the second. Absolutely got to play better in the second. Let me see if I can get back to your comments. Yeah, John Hefner nailed it. Darkness. And just like that, okay, I covered that. Me and my daughter fist bump each goal right before I said we got to reverse that fourth fist bump, and they took that goal away. Brink says Edmonds is an asshole. I don't know. You know what the difference was? They weren't standing around. Yeah, no, they weren't standing around. Edmonton has 45 points and is a wild card too. Yeah, we're tied with them, but they have more. They have better regulation wins than we do. Yep, the tiebreaker. It's what I was talking about. But do we see the Wild start falling with the flower being in his head? Possible. Possible. We have earned a guest spot. So have I earned a guest spot for tomorrow night? And explain why I see a comeback. You know what? If you can figure, well, it depends on what kind of phone you got. I don't think you got a good enough phone to come on the show. That's the only thing that would keep you from coming on the show. Right? But we've done FaceTime, right? Or that? Maybe you could. Right? But you got to make sure Lana's there because you're a tech phobe. You can't figure tech out for shit. Oh, I'm sure. I have I have a buddy that's a Calgary fan. He's going to give it to me. Yeah, he's going to. It was a good comeback for the Blues. It was huge, and what do I say? Good wins, bad losses. Good losses, bad wins. That was a good win. That was definitely a good win. They took it from a bad loss to a good win. Absolutely took it from a bad loss to a good win. I will say that straight up. Straight up. Right? Straight up. That's what they took that. And right, like you said, all of a sudden we're sitting in a playoff talk. Right? I mean, we're not there, but we're sitting there. Nashville does scare me having 3 games in hand. Colorado, after they play this, will have 2 games in hand. Canucks have 2 games in hand, but the Canucks are almost out of the range. Yeah, the Canucks are out of the range. Canucks don't worry about me. But if Colorado loses tonight, they'll have 2 games in hand and be 2 points behind. So they'll have a 4-point advantage. They'll be within the margin, and that's what's important. And the Predators are definitely in the margin. Bernie just got tongue-tied. Oh, he was looking at him the whole time, too. He was looking at him the whole time. Just right over the stick, but not too hard. I mean, right on the tape, and all he's got to do is go high. Put it in there. Big victory. This is a good win. I will admit, this is a good win. Right? After that second period, as bad as that second period was, this is a good win. Yep. But you can't stand around. Both Nashville and Colorado play on Thursday. That is a must-win game. I agree. But a comeback, too bad Calgary got a point, but that's fine. We still got the we're still moving up. Oh, wow. This is okay. So here we go. So now we're seeing what this team can be. But when you play really good teams, that second period is going to cost you. You're going to give up more than 1 goal. That is something that you've got to look at and really be concerned about of what can happen in that second period. And that to me is a concern. What that second period can be. You're going to need to. You're going to. I said you got to go 5-2. So that was 10. But if you can go 5-1 and 1, which would be 11 points, absolutely. Right? I like Alexandrov. I really do. I'm listening to Robert Thomas interview right now. And Robert just nailed the game perfectly. This guy's going to be a good coach when he gets older. Yeah, but we're behind. I think with Edmonton right now, we're behind in regulation win, so that's going to hurt us. right? We're like 4 wins, 5. They have 19 to our 14. That's huge. Yep. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Alexandrov's goal fired them up. I think that had a lot to do with it. I think getting that goal when they did and the way he did. That's his second goal of his career, and both of them have been garbage goals in front of the net. He could have actually, the better play would have been taking the puck back to Kyrou. If he would have taken that puck back to Kyrou, Kyrou just had a tap in. No, he was coming to the front. He was flying to the front of the net. That's why he got that goal, because he got there. Consistent Blues. Yeah, Jason, I'm with you. No, they're not. Yep. Man, I got an overtime win. I got an overtime point. I got a power play point. I got a game-winning goal. Thomas hooked me up. So I remember I said earlier how bad I was losing. I went from that. So I think it was like 5, 6 and something. I went from that to 11, 9, and 7. I ended up getting a game-winning goal, a power play point, an overtime point, got a win, an overtime win. Only gave up 3 goals against. I'm behind in saves, but I'm okay with that. Marlikins gave up 64 or 6 goals on 40 saves. So he got an 870 save percentage. And he even got 2 penalty minutes. Yay, Marlikins. Thank you, Elvis. So that helped me outbid. I may not start another goalie. If I can get away without starting a goalie the rest of the week, I'm not starting a goalie. I will go ahead and give up the saves. Unless he pulls a win, I got to watch who he's got, because his other goalie's Grice. So, wow, man, I got to say I'm kind of happy tonight. I'm in a much better spot than I was. I need some goals and assists coming up. I think I got a couple guys that might still be playing. Eric Johnson's still playing, but he doesn't get me much, right? So Fabry got me a goal tonight. Way to go, Fabs. Right? So Kari got me a shot on goal, a couple hits, 2 blocks, 8 face-off wins. I'll take it. Okay, guys. No, it's not a bad. The next game will be Benny. There's no question about that. Benny plays again. I thought overall Benny played well. I will say that I thought he played well. I don't see, I don't see Grice will get a game during the 7 games, but I think most of these are going to be Benny. I really do. No, 4 points. You got a bonus point for calling it perfect, John. It was 4 points. Get it right. Don't tell me about how my contest. I know the difference. A- and yes. I wouldn't go A-. I'd go B+. I'd probably go B+. Right? He played good tonight. I'll give him a B+, Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Alexandrov's goal was the biggest key to this. It had a lot to do with it, because up to that point, no one thought that this team could have won that game. Nobody, right? And at least that's the way I feel about it, right? Well, guys, 3.5 hour show. Thank you so much. We're getting there. We're learning. Chris Shockey threw his name on there. We got 18 likes. I'm going to get that number up someday. We're going to get those numbers someday, somehow, some way. But I love each and every one. And thank you guys for watching the Blue Note Fan Report. Should be on tomorrow for an 8 o'clock show. I didn't yesterday because I just got to a point where I didn't feel it. I had an appointment. I had 3 appointments yesterday, and it was too much for me. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Might do an hour show. We'll see how it goes. If not, I'll be back on Thursday. But guys, you got to know I love you all so much. So this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying this is the Blue Note Fan Report. And boys,
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues!
What are you wearing?
A Canadian tuxedo. And I'm a hockey player. Let's go Blues!
this is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha mahalo, and I'll see you all on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha. Just remember, I'm bleeding blue with you.